What's good, King Leo, back with another video talking about my spiritual journey so far. I'm gonna try to really speed it up because I had another video and it was 26 minutes long and my storage ran out while I was saying my spiritual journey. So it goes like this. Excuse me. So around the end of November is when I completely stopped getting into sexual encounters. I stopped. I had to let go of the past, a toxic relationship. I really started to move on in life around the end of November. And coming into December, I started having a really new mindset. I was like, oh, yo, it's going to be a good December. I thought I was going to get a gift. So I was like, oh, yeah. I thought I was getting a new iPhone. So I was like, oh, man, like, we lit, yo. We about to... I was about to start posting content and stuff. I did get the iPhone. It wasn't new, but I got it. So I start looking up and up. I'm like, oh, man. Like, I start praying in my room. I start asking God for signs. I'm like, yo, God, like, I need your help because I'm weak and I failed you before. And I was like, I just need a sign from you, right? This is like the first week of December, maybe the December 10th, 11th, something like that. And my aunt calls my mom and tells her that she's coming to America from Dominican Republic, and she's 50 years old and it's her first time coming. And I'm just like, once I heard that and my mom told me, I was just like, what? Like, that's when I knew. I was like, hold on. Like, I was like, that is a crazy coincidence, but it wasn't no coincidence, man. That was the sign I needed to further myself on this journey. And so that's happening. I'm like, wow, like, this is great. I start getting more into my spirit. I'm like, oh man, like, first off, I was meditating. I was listening to meditation music. I was listening to very positive musics. I cut out smoking out of my life. I cut out, I'm on NoFap. Don't laugh at me, bro. It's not a funny thing. Cause I feel like that has a something to do with me opening my third eye. Because if you think about it, holding in your, your special sauce is bound to like do something to you. Cause if you're releasing it all the time, then what does that have? You're not, you know what I mean? You're not, I guess you're not tapping into something that should be in you. So I'm doing that. It's only, mind you, it's only like a week or two or something. It was very hard to keep on going. I'm 3 months in. Very hard. And my mom eventually ends up telling me too. It's like she foresaw the future or something, or she had the craziest insight. But she told me like, oh, her new husband that's coming, he could be a very good spiritual teacher for you. I ended up telling her like, bro, I don't know this man. Like, how is he gonna teach me something and I don't know him? Craziest thing, right? And next thing you know, we end up picking them up from the airport. Dude, that whole situation in the airport, oh, that's another story for another day. Insane. Just, we woke up late. Horrible time. It ended up happening something so good, though, out of that horrible time. So we end up picking them up. Took a while. We ended up picking them up. And just like from the first time of me talking to him, I don't know, I told him something. I was just like, yo, we're going to find you, bro. Because, we were having trouble finding him. We're like, yo, we're going to find you, bro. And I said, like, oh, these people are stressing over whatever. I was like, these people are stressing. I don't know if I said females or people, whatever. There's two different correlations, though. I know. I was like, yo, these people are stressing. And he just started laughing or whatever. And I was just like, oh, okay. Like, he's not. He when he first picked up, he was mad, too, kind of. He was just like, yo, like, where are you guys? I was just like, yo, bro, we're looking for you. Don't worry, bro. Like, we're going to find you. I was mad confident. So we end up finding him. Boom. We bring him to the car. So much stuff happened that day, man. We end up bringing him to the car and we end up taking him to my dad's job. This is when I start thinking way more positive because I woke up, it wasn't positive. Or even when we were kind of towards the airport, anything like that. But once I get to my dad's job and stuff, I just started really getting deep into my spirit. I was meditating that day without even realizing, because I didn't know you could meditate without, closing your eyes or without even like listening to anything. I was just listening to myself, my thoughts, my emotions. I was really just like, man, I was letting it out that day too. I was mad. And eventually, I don't know, we just got to the job, and I don't know, stuff was just kind of like, it was a happy thing. Like, I don't know, seeing, being with them. They never been in America. Plus, like, being at my dad's job, everything was kind of on the up. It was funny. My boss's dad was chasing my dad around in a circle, telling him like, "Oh, something." I forgot what they were saying, but they were literally chasing each other in a circle. It was the funniest thing ever, bro. If you guys would have seen it from my perspective, you would have been dying. I was just like, I was so confused. I was like, I've never seen them play around like this. Never. I've been to that restaurant several times. So I don't know, it was weird, but at the same time, it was funny. But then, boom, we end up coming back home, right? And the pastor dude that I never met before, that my mom said would be a good spiritual teacher, started telling me about God and stuff. And I was happy about it, because I'm like, man, like, I was praying and everything, and I was like, all right, I'll listen to God's word, because, like, what else do I have to lose, really? I mean, you just got to change yourself and like change your what? Why am I having a brain fart? Mindset and perspective. So I ended up doing that, and I started listening to his testimony and everything. His testimony's amazing, guys. He has a movie coming out, bro. It's crazy, bro. I'm gonna upload it on YouTube, but it's ready. It's gonna take a while, though. It's gonna take a couple months, but the movie will be here soon. Trust me. I'm going to be the narrator. So we end up just discussing stuff and everything, and I don't know, eventually I guess he just liked me, and he was just telling me and stuff. Not about liking me, but he was just telling me a lot of things about God and testimonies, and I don't know, we ended up really bonding, and it was the craziest thing. I was like, how did my mom know I would like this dude without even her meeting him? Like, it was the craziest thing ever. Chill dude, man. I respect him. He's cool as hell. He's a pastor. My aunt's a pastor as well. And I guess after that, I was still on, like, I was listening to meditation music, bro. I was even going harder with it. I was listening to meditation music. I'll be in my room at like 3 a.m. Whatever time I would wake up, I would just start meditating and even praying at times. It was a mixture of both. I was doing that the whole December, bro. I remember I ended up, oh wow, I was just with family that whole month, so it was so good. It was just like, it was really a healing, peaceful time for me. It was really like on the up for me. I was having fun. I was dancing at parties, bro, with family parties. I was like, yo, I've never been one to dance. When I was younger, I used to just sit there, eat chips, and just drink soda and be quiet. But recently, I've been dancing and just all types of stuff, just on the positive. And so that's the whole December, right? We're just doing that and everything. December 25th is when we picked them up, and on Christmas, and that's when I had the spiritual experience 3 days after. So after, you know what I mean, letting go of all my stuff, like all the burdens and everything. Especially, it was a really good month to do it. I don't know, it was just a really good month to do it, because, with family, people are joyful, people are giving. I was giving myself too, but to God, it's a whole different type of giving that ends up happening. So what I mean to tell you with that too is, I guess the way I did it was, I started humbling myself. So now I got to tell you a little bit about the airport experience. When we finally found them, I had to apologize to my aunt for just how I was acting in the past. And I didn't even say it out loud, but I'm almost positive she understood. I haven't said it to her out loud yet. I really got on my knees and I was like, I'm sorry for like everything. That's why I said I'm sorry for everything. And they both hugged me. So that was the first time me meeting the new husband, the pastor, and my pastora, but she's another pastor as well. Both my pastors, and they both hugged me and stuff. And I was just like, man, I just felt like, that's when I started getting deep into my spirit, because I was just like, bro, like, I started really thinking about my past, like that moment right there, and just where I was going. And ever since that moment, I've been having a lot of like spiritual experiences and just a whole bunch of stuff, like people telling me certain things that even I can't see. Some people tell me I'm gonna be great, all this. They tell me like what my future could be. Like, yo, bro, you're gonna be this. Not that I'm talking to fortune tellers or anything. Maybe, I don't know. They just tell me like, like, yo, you're gonna do this, bro. You're gonna be big and this and that. Or like a lot of people give me positivity, and then there's some people that try to bring me down, or they try to give me pointers and stuff. And I'm just like, bro, I don't really know you. Like, I'm not one to neglect a different perspective, but when someone's just kind of being like, for example, like if I'm fighting on, like if I'm shadow boxing on a video and someone's like, bro, you're trash at throwing hands, it's like, bro, like, get off my page, bro. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? It's like, who wants that vibe, like, on their, like, lurking? Not to say that I don't appreciate it. It's like, bro, like, that fuels me, but it's like, bro, like, for real, like, I'm in a horrible, like, I need to level up right now. I don't need to be like my old self and be like, yeah, and start, like, going back and forth with someone on the internet. Bro, I'll tell you, bro, I was even meditating in front of my family. We went to Washington Heights in New York one day, and I ended up seeing like a whole new family member that I hadn't even talked to, or like maybe when I was young I might have said hi and stuff. She mistaken me for my brother. She was like, oh, are you Joshua? I was like nah. And then we just end up talking and everything. I was low-key fasting that day, because I remember she asked me, she was like, oh, do you want Chinese food? She was being very generous. You know how the city doesn't usually have kitchens, and or not that they don't have kitchens, but some people don't even like to cook. They just eat fast food there. She's like, oh, you want Chinese food? We get. I was like, bro, I was thinking about it. I was like, chicken wings and french fries sounds crazy right now. Instead of taking the chicken wings and french fries, I told her, no, thank you. Because I didn't want her to feel like I was using her. Because you know what I mean? Like, you go to even though that's what guests, when you're a guest at someone's place, obviously they're going to offer you anything they can to make you feel comfortable. I told her no. Everyone else got food. Bro, after saying no, I straight put on my meditation music, got crisscross applesauce, and started meditating. That was it for that December, bro. I'm telling you, like, I was really, like, I was in a different mindset. That was a little bit after Christmas, maybe a day before my spiritual awakening, or whatever happened with my third eye. I don't know. I was just really deep into my meditation bag, and yeah, I was just like, yo, even if I can't do that, like crisscross applesauce and meditate, or just like really like kind of just like protect myself, my energy, and kind of close my eyes or whatever, I'll meditate with my eyes open. I'll just think about what's happening around me. I'll just be like, just look, like, without judging too. I'll just be like, like, this is crazy. That's the way, man. And another way how I did it, see, I was telling you, but I didn't really explain it. I had to really humble myself. So I feel like that's how you do it. When you humble yourself, bro, I gave away all my clothes. But to a better cause. I gave it away to God. I didn't want to say it. I don't like saying certain stuff. I gave away all my clothes. So I wear usually the same kind of amount of clothes now. But it's better for me because I used to have so many clothes that I, to the point where I wouldn't even wear some. So I just gave away a whole lot to people in need. Just a bunch of, like, just a bunch of stuff, bro. Cool pants, everything, like all this. Even brand new boxers and stuff that I didn't wear. I was just like, yo, have it. Just for God, you feel me? Just, that's between me and you. And yeah, so I had to really humble myself. And in humbling myself, man, I feel like that's the way I did it. Once I humbled myself, once I started really like appreciating people and not just the world, and just being like, oh, the world is beautiful, the sun is beautiful, the moon is beautiful, everything about the world, the trees and everything. You could sit and look at a freaking plant and grow and just have fun, or water a plant. That's what I started doing as well. I started watering my plant with such care. Man, I was really like, after humbling myself, I was enjoying life to the fullest. I feel like that's what happens when you start to go towards your spiritual awakening. You just start to love life. That's a clear sign. So that, I feel like, is the way I did it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. No, that was it. I started helping more people. Even if I didn't have as much, or even if I had a little bit, and I was like, oh, I want to buy, for example, I was eating like fast food around that time. I was like, oh, I want to buy Chick-fil-A. It's like, why don't I buy Chick-fil-A for my pastors that came from Dominican Republic, which I did, because I'm like, yo, I'm not bragging. I wanted them to try what I've always eaten. Not saying that Chick-fil-A is the best thing to eat, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like home-cooked meals are better now. But before, I was like, oh, I want a Chick-fil-A sandwich. And I was like, wait. In my head, I was like, wait, let me buy it for them too. Like, so we did that. We ate Chick-fil-A together. And it's just like, bro, it's like when you do stuff like that and you're connecting with people, you're on the right path, bro. It's a great thing. be connecting with people deeper than just like, oh, just talking about mundane stuff or talking about celebrities or something, or just being like, oh, so what do you, how much did you make at work, or like, you know what I mean? Because it's just like, who cares about that anyway? You can't bring none of that when you die. So I was just enjoying that very much so. And yeah, I feel like that was the way. I stopped playing video games. I was really on my purpose. And now sometimes I can have some setbacks, but I'm still focused, but I have setbacks. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like recently certain things would come into my life and I will pause on my grind and I'll be like, okay, let me go back to doing this and that. And it's just like, why do you want to go back to your old self, to where you could go to jail, cause other people harm or something, or cause yourself harm? Like, what? Why would you do that? I don't know. I guess, you know what I mean? You get in your brain and you think like, okay, let me just go back to, no. New beginnings. I'm not saying that I'm leaving the old people behind, but we gotta further towards something that's more set for our paths. And yeah, I have a purpose now. That's the whole point. Before I used to just release. I used to smoke, and I used to just play video games. Now I don't do any of those three things. So that's the way, bro. You humble yourself. You could find God or just be positive mindset. Either one of the or. Find God, positive mindset. Okay, what did I say? Oh, humble yourself. Find God or positive mindset, and just be happy with life, bro. If you have food, if you have a roof over your head, if you have water to drink, tell God thank you. Tell your mom thank you. Kiss your mom on the cheek more. Tell your dad thank you for everything. And just be grateful for the people you have around you, because one day they will be gone. Whether you want to believe it or not, one day you guys will all separate. One day you're going to have your own wife. One day you're going to have your own life. So that's how I've been thinking about life. I went from being a complete child in my thought to really giving my life up to something better. And I have a huge purpose now. I'm gonna change lives. You guys will see. There's projects coming up in my life that you guys are gonna be shocked about. I'm going to change lives. I'm not perfect. I never claim to be perfect. I never will be perfect. But I am furthering towards something that will level me up. And not only level me up, but I'm going to keep my values and my beliefs. So that was it, I humbled myself. More spiritual stuff. I started meditating. I started putting my headphones in and just meditating and listening to meditation music. I don't know. Just saying, man, like that really helped me out towards my thing. I feel like that's how the ego death happened. But then the third eye opening was from me holding in my semen, in my opinion, because like, where'd the energy come from, bro? Because I don't know I didn't know that was a thing. I just knew I didn't know until it happened, and I was like, oh, okay, this is real. So yeah, God bless all y'all. Thank you for listening. I'm sorry if this video was long. I'm going to cut it right now. Thank you. Questions, comments, likes, subscribe. I struggle every day, guys, but I'm on the up. I'm on the up. Trust me. It just takes. You gotta fight. You gotta fight for what you believe in and fight for what you want. In the name of Jesus Christ, in my opinion, but for y'all, stay positive out there. Amen.